Welcome everyone to J-Wolf Tech Broadcast. This is actually going to be my third, maybe fourth buyer's guide around the holiday season. What I actually do here is I'm picking a price point and then going from there and picking some components that I would personally choose in that price point. I'm mainly focusing on electronics, computer hardware is the main focus, with things also thrown in there like TVs, phones, your general electronics. There's a lot more audio in this. Once you get to the $200 to $500 range is what we're going with right now. There's a ton of options. There's many more than what I actually chose here, and I have a ton of them, so we're going to get right into it. Again, these are my personal choices of things I would personally buy based on my experience and just some general research that I actually went through and looked at, and some of these products I actually own or have used, so I can give some input there. That being said, I'm going to jump in because I have a ton of stuff here. I'm going to start on the computer side of things and then go from there to some different categories. So the first thing we actually have here is this is actually at Micro Center. So if you are near a Micro Center, you have that benefit. If not, I would personally drive a little ways, maybe up to an hour and a half to actually get to one. To get, if you're looking for Intel's new i7 5820K processor or any of their higher end processors, you can bundle them with motherboards. For example, here, what I would personally choose is I would choose the i7 5820K, which I'm personally using. I think it's the best processor out there if you're looking for a 6-core or something you want to get into some professional work. That's kind of the processor to do it, and you can bundle it with the motherboard for $469. You're not going to get prices anywhere near that anywhere else. That's going to be the lowest prices you're going to get anywhere. So if you have a Micro Center or you're okay driving to one and you're wanting to spend, get a high-end processor and motherboard, that's where I would go. I would go right there and get that. You can also step up and get the 5930K if you need that extra bus on there for $550, but we only have a $500 budget, so I would still stick with the 5820K. Now for graphics cards, I have a couple of different options here with the Sapphire R9 390. This is AMD's newer somewhat. It's kind of the same as the 290, 290X, but it has their new 8GB 52 memory bus, our bit GDR5 memory, and it's going to run us about $320. It's one of the better cards out there if you're looking for 1440p gaming, and maybe get into a little 4K. You're not going to do a lot with it with 4K, but you'll be able to do a little bit. That's what I would pick. It's a nice looking card. It runs really cool. It has very good reviews, and it's going to be a little over $300, so it's within our budget. Next is going to be the MSI GeForce GTX 980. I wanted to fit a 980 Ti and a Nano in here, but they're both way over $500, so I couldn't get that. But this is actually going to run us $430. So for $430, we're going to get about 30% less than what we get out of the 980 Ti. This will get you started with 4K gaming. You're not going to be able to max out all the titles, but I can game pretty okay on my 780. I have to lower a lot of settings in a lot of games, but with the 980, you'll be able to get into that for a little over $400. And right now, I only put one motherboard on there, and it's the Asus ROG Maximus Impact. This is the MITX motherboard. If you're looking to build a small form factor system, this is the only motherboard I would get. If you're looking for an ITX, it is by far the baddest motherboard out there if you're looking for a small form factor. Otherwise, I would just choose whatever motherboard you want. I'm not real picky about motherboards. I really go for color scheme and whichever one has the best BIOS that I like personally. But if I was looking for one in ITX form factor, this is what I would actually get. It's a really nice looking motherboard that's got everything on it that you can imagine in a very small form factor setup. Now for a little cheaper CPU, I went with Intel Core i5 6600K. This is a quad-core, non-hyper-threaded processor. It's probably the best bang for your buck when it comes to just video gaming. If you're just doing gaming and you're okay with overclocking, this is the CPU I would get for $270. Yes, it's out of stock right now, but if you just do the auto notify, you can get when it's in stock, and they'll get in stock pretty regularly throughout the week. That's what I would get. Hands down, it's the best processor out there for the price point if you're just looking at gaming and maybe some light video editing and light processing. Now, this was on sale for $299, but it's $350 right now. It's the Intel 750. This is, in my eyes, the fastest SSD out there that you can personally buy. This is a 400 gigabyte PCI SSD card, so it is much faster than anything else out there. If you're just looking for the baddest SSD you can get that's going to be the fastest, this is it. This is the card I would get. It has been $299 before, so I'd maybe wait and see if it goes back down in price a little bit. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to get into computer monitors. I have a few different options here ranging in price points, but the first I'm going to focus on is if you just want a 24-inch 1920 by 1080 or 1920 by 1200 in this case monitor. This is the Dell U2415. This is the best 24-inch monitor in my personal opinion. It is running 1920 by 1200, which is a perfect resolution for 24 inches. It's Dell's ultra-sharp monitor. I believe it covers 100% of the RGB color gamut, so you're going to get that there. 3-year warranty because it is on Dell's professional side of things. And that 270 price point is a little high right now. I have seen it come down to 219, 209. I've seen it for 199 a few times. So keep an eye out on this if you're looking for a 24-inch high-end monitor. That's just blank page. Now we're going to go into a little bit larger displays. This is the BenQ GW series. This is a 27-inch IPS 2560 by 1440 display, and it's $350. The reason why I chose this is that it gets good reviews. I'm personally using a BenQ monitor, and their actual eye technology with their ultra low blue, how they do with their displays is really nice. It does actually help. I will attest to that. Staring at a monitor all day, it actually does help having that flicker-free display with, you can also turn the blues down extremely low. So that's what I would pick up. It's cheap for $350. It has a little bit of a glossiness on the bezel. That's one negative that I see there, but I really like BenQ. They got really good customer service, and I would highly recommend this monitor if you're looking for just a cheap 2560 by 1440 IPS display. Now we're going to get into 4K. This is probably the only 4K monitor I would get under $500. It's the Dell Ultra Sharp. It's the P2715Q. It's for $494 right now. I've seen it anywhere from $400 to $450, so keep that in mind. But it's a 27-inch IPS 4K monitor. That's all you need to know. Covers 99% of the sRGB color gamut. It's really color accurate, and it's the display I would get. It's also going to have a 3-year warranty because it's from Dell's more professional side of things. So it's another thing to keep in mind. And now we go for the more gaming side of things. It's the Asus ROG. This does have the Adaptive Sync or FreeSync technology. And it's 2560 by 1440 for $510. It's the only one I could fit in this price point. I wanted to get a G-Sync monitor, but they're just not up there price point wise yet. Not if you want a 1440p display. So that's what I would get if you're looking for more gaming and you have an AMD graphics card. Okay, I'm going to start going faster because I still have a lot to cover. SSDs, again, this is Samsung 950 Pro. This is an M.2 internal SSD for $350. Extremely fast, and it doesn't take one of your slots, especially if you're looking to put it into a smaller form factor system, like maybe an ITX system. And now a real large, this is the SanDisk Ultra 2. This 960 gigabytes for $270. This was $199. So keep that in mind. Keep watching the price point if you're looking for 1 terabyte of just large amounts of SSD storage. It's not the fastest drive out there, but it will work. And now for some TVs. This is a Samsung. This is a standard 1080p display. Cheap panel for $400. I don't believe it's 120 hertz. I believe it's 60. Doesn't actually say, but I'm pretty sure it's 60. But I'd pick that up if you're looking for a cheap, almost 50-inch display for $400. I would also look at the open box option. It looks like there's an open box, at least in my area, excellent for $339. I would pick that up. Open box excellent is basically just someone open the box and return it to Best Buy. It still has a standard warranty, so you're gonna get it for a little cheaper. And now if you want the smart TV option, this is the same panel, at least it looks like the same panel for $450 if you want the smart TV option added. I really like Samsung panels. I've had really good luck with them. I personally have a Vizio, but my previous display was Samsung. Really like their displays. And now we're gonna go with the Sony. This is a 48-inch standard 1080p display, 60 hertz. This is probably the better looking of them all. Slim bezel. Sony has some of the better looking TVs out there, but they're usually more expensive. So if you're just looking for looks, you want the best looking 48-inch display out there that's not going to break your bank, that's what I would personally get. Now cell phones, we got the Motorola Nexus 6, which I'm personally using, and right now it's for $350. You can get it from time to time for $299. I've seen that a few times, but if you're wanting a large 6-inch phone, it is large for on the cheap. A high-end phone, pick that up for $350. More phones, I would go with the Moto X Pure Edition. If you're wanting to look for a high-end $400 no contract phone, that's what I would get. I would customize it and go from there. If you're wanting a cheaper phone, the Moto G is the best option out there for you. For under $200, I think that you can get the 32 gigabyte for around that price point. Let's see. Actually, let's not see that. It'll take too much time. I'll be here forever. And now for some other phones, the Nexus 5X is currently running $400. If you're wanting around a 5.2 inch display phone that's got mid to high end specs, that's what I would get. If you want a higher end spec phone, I'd get the Nexus 6P. These are both unlocked phones, no contracts. $500 is what it's going to cost there. This is going to actually be my next phone, so this is the one that I would personally choose if I was you guys. But again, I'm on Project Fi, so I kind of have to stick with these phones. Now we're going to get into cameras a little bit. This is the Canon Rebel T5. It is a kit, so it does come with memory card bag, battery, and 1855 IS image stabilization lens, and it's going to run us $400. That is cheap, and it looks like we get rebate, so it's going to get us, yeah. So we got to do a $350 mail-in rebate, but still, look for the T5s. If you're okay with going to an outlet, I would actually watch Canon's outlet here. It's their refurbished products. They still come with a 1-year warranty, but you can get, I've seen the 70D, 70, and anything below that is starting to get down to that price point to where I would pick up. If you can get like a T5 here for $229, I have seen it there before. Just keep a watch out for it. I would pick that up. Hands down. Sometimes this T3i will actually go on sale, so keep that in mind. If you're okay with refurbished products, I've ordered 2 refurbished products from Canon, and they came like new, no problems. They just are in different boxes. Now, if you want something a little smaller form factor camera to do some video work on, I would get the Sony X100N2. This is the second version, which has the better lens on it. Basically, it does not have the articulating screen that the third version has, but it's basically a 20.2 megapixel larger sensor camera. It'll take really good stills. It will do excellent video, especially for what it is. It does real good video. The audio is actually pretty good. For that price point, for $500, it's hard to beat it. You can get a used one, probably for $350. Looks like here, if you're wanting to go the used route, you can get one a little cheaper. And now we're going to get into audio. I believe that's what we actually have most here is audio. This is Sennheiser HD600. These are right now $315. These are probably the best budget high-end headphones out there. These are really, really high-quality headphones. You're going to need an amp to drive them. But if we have $500, that budget allows for that. These are under $300 from time to time, so keep out for prices. And then I'm also going to recommend the Sennheiser HD650s. These are basically an upgrade to the 600s a little bit. These have a little bit more bass from what I've read, but overall they're both great options. They're higher end headphones. You will need an amp to get the best quality sound out of them. Now we're going to get a few speakers here. These are actually Swan Hi-Fi. These are the M50Ws. For $229, these are the best under $250 speaker system out there. These do have an amp with them, so you're not gonna have to worry about that, but they are really, really nice. And if you don't want to spend that, they actually have some cheaper options here. The GT1000s are actually new. These are newer products. These would probably work well if you're wanting to stay within budget. But Swan makes some really nice speakers. I mean, they have some that go up to way above thousands of dollars. But I would check these 3 options out here, the M100 MK2s, the M50Ws, and then the GT1000s if you're wanting to get into some more higher end audio. You can hook up to your TV or do more on your computer, however you like that. These are the Mackie. These are the CR40, and after rebate, they're going to get you $110. These are the best budget speaker systems out there right now. They do have an amp with them, so they're powered, so you don't have to worry about that. Plug and play, basically. Great set of speakers. The best set out there for that price point, in my opinion. And now we have some other options. These are the Werfendale. These are the Diamond 10.1. I personally don't have any experience with these, but these are highly recommended on any audio website you go out and look at. And they're going to be $300 per set. Extremely expensive, but they are some of the best out there. And now we're going to get into more audio. These are the Rode Link. If you're looking for a lavender mic to do some audio with, this is the best option out there for the price point, $400. It's going to get you really nice audio setup if you're wanting to do some videos. I honestly forget what else I put on here. This is the Hi-Fi Man. This is a dual amplifier for headphones, basically, or you can do it with speakers. Basically what that means is that it actually has a tube system, also with a solid state amp. So it has the best of both worlds. This is highly recommended by any audio people out there. I personally don't have any experience with them, but they are $500 for a reason. They're high quality headphone amplifiers if you're looking for something along that line. If you want something a little cheaper, the Matrix Audio M Stage. This is the HPA-3B. These are the newer version of that, and these are also really highly recommended headphone amps. And then I threw a laptop in here. It's a little over budget, but check out Lenovo's outlets. They still come with a standard 1-year warranty. That's where my laptop, wherever it's at, came from. This is the ThinkPad Yoga S314. If you're looking for a 14-inch 1080p display laptop on the cheap, $538. This would probably cost you over $1,000 new easily. And if you look, they have all kinds of stuff here. I would mainly stick with their ThinkPad brand because they're a little higher end. But just go in there, you can search options. I usually do that and then go to screen resolution, if I can find it. There we go, display resolution. I usually do 1920 by 1080 because that's what I like my laptop to be. And just search around. You can get great deals on laptops here. That's it, guys. I am tired now that we've done that. Thanks everyone for watching, and next I'm going to do 500 to 1,000, and then probably 1,000 to 3,000, and that'll be it. I'm about done with these. Try to get the next few up in this next week. That's it, and hope you guys are having a great holiday. See you guys next time.